Yo, what is up, everybody? Back again with another video. Today, we are going to be predicting the Dallas Cowboys 2022 schedule. It looks like a fun one. Well, maybe. But to all you Dallas Cowboys fans out there, I'm going to say it from the start. I think you have a good team. Your offense is pretty good. I'm not sure about Amari Cooper leaving or being traded to Cleveland. That'll be interesting to look at, but CeeDee Lamb's a great receiver. Your offense is, like I said, it's pretty good. It's definitely, I'd say, top 8 in the NFL. Anywhere in between the top 8, I don't know where. And your defense, over the past couple of years, it's been bad, right? But with Micah Parsons being drafted last season, you're drafting a defensive end, Sam Williams, in the second round. We're just going to have to see how this defense plays out, but obviously it made a huge leap last season, but it's obviously not like the best defense in the league. It's solid, but it's not good. So with that being said, let's look at your schedule. So the Dallas Cowboys are in the NFC East, meaning they play their division rivals twice a season. Those teams being the Philadelphia Eagles, Washington Commanders, and the New York Giants. The NFC East this season is playing against the NFC North, which includes the Packers, Vikings, Bears, and Lions, and the AFC South, the other division they're playing, and that includes the Colts, Texans, Jaguars, and Titans. Along with that, they have first place matchups against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Los Angeles Rams, and that newly added game they added last season against the Cincinnati Bengals. So this schedule, although you're playing the AFC South, probably the easiest division in the league, and the NFC North, who also has some pretty weak teams, you do have some pretty interesting matchups against some solid teams. So let's look at it. Week 1. I was looking at this picture, I was like, there's no way the Dallas Cowboys are playing the Buccaneers week 1 again, 2 years in a row, but it is what it is. The NFL is going to do this because it brings in the views. The Cowboys are, quote-unquote, America's team. They're not anybody's team except that's how they're labeled, right? No one likes the Cowboys, but they're America's team. There's a bunch of bandwagon fans that have been disappointed for the last 26 years, but it is what it is, right? But they're playing, of course, Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and this game is at home. So last season, it was Dak Prescott's return game, and they went to Tampa and almost got the upset, but not quite. And Tampa Bay won. But this season, it could be different. But is it going to be different? I don't really think so. Tampa Bay is, I think, the second best team in the NFC behind the Rams. The Cowboys are solid, and they win good games, but you see them lose to like the Cardinals at home every year, the 49ers at home, and it's just weird, right? Especially in the playoffs. So they're playing Tom Brady, who's never lost to the Cowboys in his career. I actually learned that today, and I don't see you winning that game. I got Tampa Bay, better offense than the Cowboys offense, and their defenses are both, I guess you can say, the same. I think the Cowboys defense is a little better, obviously, but I got to get this to Tampa Bay. Week 2, you got another heavyweight matchup. You got the Dallas Cowboys at home against the Cincinnati Bengals. This is an interesting one. It's one of those newly added games. And you're playing the first place team from the AFC North from last season. So the Bengals were in the Super Bowl. Joe Burrow, Jamar Chase, Joe Mixon, absolutely electrifying in the playoffs last season. And I think the Bengals are going to be coming into this one starting 1-0 and definitely looking for a win. The Bengals division is very competitive this season. They got the Browns, the Ravens, the Steelers, all teams that are good and have always been good, except the Browns, of course. Bengals are going to be good. Okay, we all know this. They're in the Super Bowl for a reason. We all know this. I think the Bengals are a better team. But one thing you got to consider is after you lose a Super Bowl, it hurts you. It hurts you mentally. And I think the Bengals might start their season a little weak compared to if they won the Super Bowl. And I think the Cowboys actually get the win here. I think they play a really tough game, a really entertaining game, and they beat the Bengals by like 3 points. Last quarter drive, 2 minutes on the clock. CeeDee Lamb gets them down the field, and they get a field goal. Everyone's overhyping this game. Jamar Chase against Trevon Diggs, but we all know Jamar Chase is going to torch him up. Anyway, it's going to be an interesting one. I think the Cowboys going to win. Well, I almost forgot the Cowboys are in the worst division of the league, so let's just go over these ones a little quicker. We got New York, week 3 on the road. You're not losing that game. Do I even have to say why? Like, New York is a joke. I think they're going to be the New York Giants, of course. I think they're going to be top 5 worst teams in the league, of course. They don't stand a chance to win. And then week 4, they play the Washington football team at home. So they start their season 3 home games out of 4 weeks. That's just lucky, if you ask me. And Washington's, they're also just horrible. The QB on that team, like, I don't even know who it is. And I watch football religiously. Like, really, dude? So, yes, I got the Cowboys starting 3-1, losing to Tampa Bay week 1, and then going into a very entertaining game week 5 against the Los Angeles Rams. So this is going to be a good game. They've been playing each other a couple times over the past couple seasons, and the Rams have been winning these games. This game's also in LA, and it is a home game. Obviously, I just said that, but the Rams, coming off their Super Bowl win, I think they're the top team in the NFC, and they're going to beat the Dallas Cowboys. They just got a better offense. They got a better defense. They're just a better version of the Cowboys, straight up. The Rams offense is looking scary, I said. They got Allen Robinson. They already have Cooper Kupp. Obviously, Cam Akers back from missing the entire regular season last year. And I don't know if OBJ is staying, but if he does, the Rams should be Super Bowl favorites. It'll be a very entertaining game, without a doubt, and the Rams are going to win. Week 6, they have another road game, so they go all the way west, and then week 6, they go all the way east to play the Philadelphia Eagles, a division rival. The Cowboys have been dominating this rivalry over the past 4 seasons. Ever since the Eagles won the Super Bowl, they've been losing, a lot of games, especially to the Cowboys. And I can definitely see this one being a competitive one. I don't want to give the Eagles to win, because I know the Cowboys are a better team, but it looks like the Eagles are, they've been improving. Their roster has been improving. Their coaching staff is making sense. They got the 7th seed in the playoffs last season, but this team is kind of weird. I don't like the Eagles to win this game. I think it's going to be a very competitive one, especially because these two teams despise one another, and it's in Philadelphia. I think it will be a very close one. Even though I don't think the Eagles are better, I think somehow, some way, they're going to beat the Cowboys by 3 points or something. Calling it right now. Week 7, you got a freebie. You got the Lions at home. That's not competition, so I'll just give you the win there. And then week 8, you got another home game against the Bears, another freebie, and that's just another win. So 8 weeks straight, the Cowboys, I believe, are going to start 5-3, and then they head into week 9 with a bye week. So a pretty solid start to their season, and I do believe they'll be in first place in their division at this point in time. So the Cowboys, after a week 9 bye, which is pretty solid, it's lucky. I guess you could say lucky timing. They have a very important game on the road against the Packers. So this is going to be an important one. I do believe both these teams are going to be division winners. And this is really just all up to seeding at this point. Whoever wins this game potentially is going to have a better seeding in the playoffs. Maybe I'm exaggerating, because I do believe the Packers are just, straight up better team, right? The Packers do lose Devontae Adams, which is going to be a big loss, but at this point in the season, week 10, they're going to get over that. Packers drafted a wide receiver, I believe. So here we go. I think the Pack are going to be the better team. They're always a good team with Aaron Rodgers, the NFL MVP the last 2 years straight. And the Cowboys are going to get a wake-up call. They've been playing very simple, easy teams. Their division, the NFC North, and they just get destroyed by the Packers straight up. I do the Packers winning this one by like 14 points. And then the following week, they have another road game against the Vikings. And this is a team they've been losing to. Even if they've always had a better record than the Vikings over the past couple of years, they've been losing to them. And I wouldn't be surprised if it happened again. I do think they're going to lose this game to the Vikings. It doesn't matter if you can give me all the logic in the world. Oh, the Cowboys have this, they have that. They have a better offense, better defense, position-wise. Like, it doesn't matter what you say. The Vikings are they just know how to beat the Cowboys. Dalvin Cook is insane. Justin Jefferson's insane. Kirk Cousins lights up sometimes. The other times he doesn't, right? But this could be a very bad day for Trevon Diggs and that secondary. Jefferson could light it up. We're just going to see what happens, but with the Vikings' pretty solid offensive line, Micah Parsons probably ain't having a decent day. Dalvin Cook's going to run all over this defense, and they're going to get the win. So after a very brutal road trip, losing both games, you got a home game. You got 3 home games in a row. We start off Week 12 against the Giants. You're winning that game. I got nothing else to say. Week 13, we got an interesting matchup. I could see the Cowboys losing this one. We got the Indianapolis Colts. Now, the Colts are a very interesting team because of their offense and their quarterback. And their defense is solid. So we all know their defense is solid, but it's not the best, right? And their offense is very talented, but their quarterback, Matt Ryan, has never played with this team before. But this is Week 13. At this point in the season, you'd expect him to be more comfortable in the offense. But we both know, everyone knows, Jonathan Taylor on this offense is insane. Number 1 pick in my fantasy football draft, 100%. I'm predicting it right now. The Colts are going to be a solid team. But I have no respect for Matt Ryan. Ever since his 2016, or I think that was the year he won the MVP, and they lost the Super Bowl. Ever since that Super Bowl loss, I've had zero respect for Matt Ryan, and I never will gain any ounce till the day I die, because he is absolutely a horrible quarterback. This man's got the choking gene implemented into his brain. The Falcons, I hate Falcons fans because they're the worst. Well, you're lucky. You're lucky he's gone. He's in Indianapolis. He's a good quarterback, not gonna lie, but he's got the choking gene. He'll put this team up by 20 points in the third and then lose the game by 10. I look at this game, I see the Colts being up by literally 15 points, maybe at halftime, right? And then they're just like, okay, we're going to stop trying. And then they lose. And that's how I see this game going. I see the Cowboys getting the win and the Colts choking. Next, we got the Texans Week 14. That's a birthday present. You shouldn't be losing that easy of a game. Easy clap for the Cowboys. And then you got the Jaguars Week 15 on the road. I do not know what to think about the Jaguars at all. Last year was probably the most embarrassing thing I've ever seen in my life. The coaching staff, Urban Meyer, the previous head coach, was just an embarrassment. And, Week 17 or Week 18, the Jaguars beat the Colts, sending the Steelers to the playoffs. Who would have thought? So, after an ounce of hope, after watching that Week 18 game, maybe the Jaguars will be solid, but they're definitely not going to be that good. I think the Jaguars will, at this point in the season, be comfortable. They'll be, not really good, but they'll be decent. They're not getting the win, though. I got the Cowboys winning this one. Week 16, you got a home game. You got the revenge game against the Eagles, who I think are going to win Week 6. This will be an interesting one. It's Christmas Eve. I don't really know what to say. The Eagles are just like either a hit or miss for me next year because it seems they have talent, and they got A.J. Brown, of course, but are they going to utilize it in the correct way? No idea. But they're not winning in Dallas. They never win in Dallas. I got the Cowboys winning once again. Week 17, we got Dallas at Tennessee. So we got the first seed Titans from last season who lost to the Bengals in the playoffs hosting this one. This seems to be a primetime game. No idea what day of the week this is, though. Can't see from this picture, but they're on the road against the Titans. This will be an interesting one because Derrick Henry, the monster, is always entertaining to watch. But honestly, after watching the Titans passing game last year, I saw a decrease in efficiency, and then you trade AJ Brown, it's not looking too good. I think the Titans are going to be, how do I say this in words? They're going to be the opposite of the Bengals last year. So the Bengals 2 years ago, 4-12. Last year they were in the Super Bowl, right? Last year the Titans, I think they won 12-5. This year I see them winning 7 games straight up. Titans are winning 7 games. Cowboys are gonna hand them a loss. Cowboys win. In the last game of the season, we got the Dallas Cowboys on the road against Washington Commanders. Definitely could see the Cowboys losing this one, but I doubt it. The Commanders are trash, and the Cowboys get the win. So I don't like the Cowboys, but I'm going to be fair and honest. I think they're going to be a solid team next year, and at the end of the season, I believe they will have a 12-5 record. If the Cowboys were in any other division in the NFL, they wouldn't have this many wins. But they play the Eagles, Giants, Commanders twice a year. Any other team in the league would feel blessed to be in this division. And that's just how it's been for the last couple seasons. They also have the AFC South, the Jaguars, the Texans. They also have the NFC North, the Lions, the Bears. Those are free wins, all free wins. Straight up, the Cowboys are going to have a good record. Are they going to be a good team? Are they going to be Super Bowl contenders? I doubt it. I do have them at 12-5, losing to the Buccaneers, Rams, Eagles, once, Packers, and Vikings, and that's it. So we're just going to see what happens. I do believe this team is going to probably get the 3rd or 2nd seed in the NFC. No shot they make the Super Bowl, though. That's all I got to say. Adios.